What goes on, my fellow knights? I'm here with Cokes today, and we have something interesting that we're taking a look at here. What do you think, Cokes?
Oh, first off, hey guys.
Yes, Cokes
uh,
is here.
so we got a new Pokemon right here.
Yes, and this is the world-shattering news they were talking about, I think, last month.
Could be.
So, this thing's name is Magiana.
Or Magiana maybe, or
Magiana.
something like that. So I think there's a clue right there for magic, maybe?
Yeah, my friends thought Magi meant magic in Japanese, but I'm not sure about
Oh,
that.
or Magiana, yeah, it could be.
It
So,
looks like its description says that what's it called? It's known as the man-made Pokemon, and it was made 500 years ago.
oh,
And it's going to tie into the next movie, and the plot summary for that is Volcanion drops down from the sky in front of Ash and his friends. Volcanion's objective is to recover Magiana, who has been abducted by the Azoth Kingdom, a city of super machinery. However, Volcanion and Ash have become linked together by a strange object,
hmm,
and they want to save this Pokemon.
sounds
Well,
interesting.
that's a pretty interesting idea. Like, I'm already buying this movie. I thought the Hoopa movie was great. Hoopa
I
movies.
didn't watch the movies so far. The last one I saw was the Celebi one, which was like the fourth one.
What?
Yes.
My God! At least go see the Hoopa movie. That was fantastic.
Okay, I will.
My God, Cokes.
But now,
How old are you?
let's talk about the Pokemon itself.
All right. So we have
So
no type confirmation yet, but I'm going around the internet. People say Steel Fairy.
yeah, that's what think too. It looks like like a steel type because of those
It's
uh,
man-made, so yes.
gear. Yeah, that too, and the gears on its face looks
Yeah,
like a
it's a
gear.
giant cog, it looks like, around
Oh
its
yeah,
head.
and also because of the name, like Magiana, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
The magic implies something like fairy or psychic type. Maybe it's a steel psychic type too.
Yeah, Steel Psychic is another thing that I thought of. However, I feel like Steel Fairy is more prominent.
Yeah, same for me.
Now, for
I,
the ability, there's nothing confirmed about that either.
but I would
And
like to see a stance change.
Ooh, I didn't think
Like
about
what?
that. Like, have that. It looks like it has legs underneath this like metal gown.
Yeah, maybe the ear thingies could go back to the head and maybe make it like a ball
Could
because
you imagine if that was like a mask or something that went over its face, and
yes,
then
like ketchup.
underneath, underneath its gown there's like some kind of machine gun. It's kind of like almost like an anime made.
And what I also think, what I found interesting is it looks like a Pokeball.
It does look like a Pokeball. I saw on Twitter that it looks like a heel ball mixed with
Yeah,
Diancie and mixed with Clink.
yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, there's a
Like, but
lot of that going around.
I don't think that there will be Pokemon fusions in the next game.
No. Now, here's what I wrote a list of things I wanted to talk about. Type was one of them.
Yep,
And the next thing I want to point out is, could this be the legendary Runt?
the legendary wet.
Runt. You know how there was Mew, then Celebi, Jirachi,
Oh,
Manaphy, and Victini? This thing is
could
only a meter tall.
oh actually yeah, that could be, but oh, great question.
Yeah, that is
But
something, but the Pokedex is always wrong no matter what.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it's
so. It looks very tall to me.
yeah, and also it looks a bit more powerful than like Celebi and Mew. They're more like cute, and this one
Yeah,
more like Diancie and
I
Hoopa, some
do.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I wonder if this is either Pokemon 722 or this is like a hint to Generation 7 because in past movies they brought Lucario and then Zoroark a region before they were announced.
Okay.
So that makes me wonder if this is a Gen 7 Pokemon.
I don't think Gen 7 will happen. I think it's like a tie between the sequel to X and Y and like a Gen 7, maybe half.
Yeah,
Maybe we get a Gen 6 with new Pokemon. So like
that's another thing that goes around. So this
yeah.
would be Pokemon 722 if that's the case.
But There's also because I don't know if why would they introduce Zygarde and his forms and then make a Gen 7? I don't think they would.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right unless there's a different part to Kalos that we haven't explored yet.
Yeah, which they also stated with the backpack guy, you know, who
Yeah,
said
that's that strange souvenir. I remember
yeah
that.
they came from another region. Maybe it's
I
like
brought that over to Oris.
yeah, maybe that's a region close to Kalos, and we get stuff like the Yoto Kanto one in Gold and Silver,
Yeah.
like where we get two regions in one, maybe.
Yeah. Now, here's another thing. I guess it'd be under the legendary class. However, if take a look at its chest.
Yeah.
You see the hole?
Yeah, it looks like the mega thing.
Could you put a mega stone there is what I'm thinking.
Could be, yeah.
Could this thing mega evolve? Because that thing has a hole on its chest, and that can either do one or two things. That can either shoot a beam of, like, fairy lights, or that's where you put what's called a megastone.
Yeah, it could be. And that's a good question. So, I think it will just be, what's the name? Like the magic beam. Because
Yeah, some kind of like...
you don't see the the mega stones on the Pokemon when they have them.
I know, but it's man-made though, so was it intended?
Yeah. Ah, yeah, it's a good question, yeah.
And then there's one more thing I want to point out. Now, when I saw this Pokemon, it reminded me a lot of somebody from an anime. You Cokes, you probably won't understand this, but Vant from Queen's Blade. For some reason, something just clicked, and I thought it looked exactly like Vant.
Can you show a picture, maybe?
I will in the video, but let me... top left.
Okay. I don't really see.
If this is a bad picture because I can't find any good pictures that I can put on YouTube. She has a wireframe like dress, and
Okay.
as soon as I saw that, it just reminded me of Vant for some reason because she doesn't have legs either. She floats.
Maybe it's an inspiration, but I don't
It's
see...
like a robot made. I feel like that's what this thing is.
Yeah, that could be. And also Volcanion is also man-made, I heard.
Volcanion that's speculated because it has
Yeah.
an organ in its body that isn't natural. A lot of people think Team Flare made Volcanion. Now, I would love to find that out because that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, and also maybe the plot of the next game will be that Team Flare manipulates some Pokemon. And maybe that's why this Pokemon resembles Click or like
Klinklang?
And also Diancie. Maybe they combined some Pokemon and made new ones.
That is something that is like so far-fetched, but I'd be up for it.
It could be. Maybe that's the plot of the new games then.
We don't know. So
We could just speculate.
yeah, we can only speculate, and we could probably go on for hours, but you guys probably have some better things to do with your time, and you probably have already heard this about 20 times, so we're going to stop here.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Like, this is all probable, and anything can happen at this point. Pokemon throws curveballs constantly.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day, and if more stuff comes, I'll probably talk about it. I'm not sure if Cokes will be here with me. Maybe Matt will be here with me. I don't know. It's just Cokes wanted to enjoy this with me, so...
Maybe the three of us will.
Wait, hold on a second. Before we stop, look at the top of its head.
Yeah?
You see it looks like an eye.
And what do you mean? Ah, yeah, Illuminati.
Yeah, do you see it?
Illuminati confirmed.
That's a circle, Cokes. But could that be another eye?
Could be, but I don't think so.
I just saw that, and I'm just like, ooh. But stance
Illuminati.
change, Cokes, I would love that. That would be so great.
Yeah, because the ears look like they could cover the face, like Catcher Watcher. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
it could be like in a defense form, and then maybe the dress could because it looks like the dress could like go down.
It looks like it could close itself inside. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow,
I
didn't
think
even
maybe
think of that.
it will look like two Pokeballs on top of each other, and it's its defense form, and then maybe with stance change,
Huh.
it goes into a power form, maybe.
That would be so cool and a weird concept, but I would be for it.
Yeah, because I love stance change.
Oh, Stance, yeah, AG Slash, he's growing on me, but eh. But the more I talk, the more I have to edit. So
Yep.
anyways, guys, I hope you have a great day. I think this is being uploaded a day late or really late at night, so we'll see. So friend codes in the description, bye.